What up, world? It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live, and I'm doing a video now about don't let age you. And basically, what I mean by this is like some of us, we may have family, or we know people, or we may be those people that are aging in reverse. Like you may look very old and you're not that old. You may not be looking so well. Like I'm young, you know what I'm saying? And I look young. My beard kind of helps me to look older, more mature, because it took time to grow it and everything. But like, I look pretty good. My skin's clear. I'm not perfect, but I look very good for my age. I get a lot of compliments on my skin, on how I smell, on my beard, you know, on how youthful I look, like I'm a young child at heart, like I'm not withering away. I'm not staying stuck in the past, and basically that happens a lot to a lot of people as time goes on, like my mentor, Ralph Smart, Infinite Waters, he would say, like there's like a saying, like most people die at 18 and don't get buried until like 75 or 70. And basically what he means is that, like once you graduate from high school in this matrix school system, public school, whatever, private school, you graduate from there and then you're told you must go to college, you must go to university and get a degree so you can become a lawyer or a doctor, or whatever, like something in society, one of these matrix jobs, like you need to find a profession, that pays good money. That's what my parents were always saying, like they were heavy into the matrix, put stressing me out, pushing all this pressure on me, like about trying to make a lot of money. And yeah, I am worthy of abundance. I am worthy to have a large amount of financial abundance in my bank account, and I will manifest that. I have that, and at the same time, like we got to do what we love, that's the thing. That's where we got to make our own choice, our own decisions, like our parents aren't going to know what's best for us. They just can guide us. They can be our guardian. They can give us certain insight and information and help here and there, but we got to make those decisions about what we're meant to do on this planet, in this lifetime, on this earth. What are we meant to do? What is our purpose? With all that astrology, birth chart, numerology, ancient esoteric stuff, like all that stuff is something we got to find from within, and like basically when we get all this pressure from society to go out, get a job after 18, go to college, whatever, get married at a certain age, have kids at a certain age, like all this rush, this pressure, it stresses people out. It worries people. It sickens people. It fattens people up, and it just causes a lot of chaos. People die earlier. They die at an early age, or they're obese at an early age, or any age, and like just they're not looking so good. A lot of matrix people, our family members we may know, even classmates from school, high school, whatever, you may bump into them and they may not be looking so well, and we have to show compassion for these people. That's what I'm doing every day. I'm being an alchemist. I'm choosing to be the light. I'm shining bright. And I'm like, hey, I know I'm looking good. So I can make them feel good too with this good energy I've got, with this healing energy, with this knowledge, with this wisdom. I can choose to share it with them. And if they want to be a sponge, if they want to listen, they will, But really, the message is don't age in reverse. I mean, don't, like, when I say age in reverse, I'm saying like aging should be graceful. You know what I mean? Aging should be graceful. Like a perfect example, Dr. Sabi. He was looking great for his age. Before he passed away, he was in his 80s. So he was still walking. He was still able to fall on his knees and get back up, because he was taking that sea moss and all these herbs. His joints were healthy. He was still able to fast for many days. He was still able to look good and give these long lectures and speeches, from his whole heart and soul, you know, from because he loves it, and he was able to do that and still look good. He was aging gracefully, you know, like how you're supposed to be, like you shouldn't have to have all these chemotherapy and, vaccines and pills and medications and, junk food and the television on. Like, you shouldn't have all that comfort stuff set up as you get older. I'm seeing older people do that, my own family, other people I know, other people I've seen on social media, people have talked about it. I know it goes on in the world and it's not cool. It's not real. It's sad actually when you want to see your family, when you want to enjoy those good times with your family. When you want them to be on the same vibration as you, when you want them to be healthy as you. Authentic Squad, you know, Authentic Squad. Don't you know what it feels like when you're the black sheep of the family? When it's like your parents, your aunts, everybody is completely different from you. They may say they love you. You got that unconditional love for them, but it's not all the way where you want it to be. I can relate. You know what I mean? We got to be able to reverse karma. We got to be able to reverse these generational patterns and cycles, reverse aging, reverse wrinkles, reverse all these diseases. That's what I'm talking about. So how to reverse all this stuff is to get on a plant-based alkaline diet, consume alkaline herbs and tea, capsules, sea moss, cold pressed juices, get a juicer, seeded fruits, seeded vegetables, organic, buy organic, get out into the sunlight, exercise, meditate, follow your heart, listen to your heart, focus on raising your frequency, like that's what I'm doing every day. And that's why I'm looking good. That's why I'm producing good content with a lot of energy. I'm balanced. I'm able to express a full range of emotion, a full range of feelings. Happiness, sadness, anger, joy, contentment, silliness, seriousness, all of that. I'm able to do this because I'm balanced. I am balanced. And many people that are not balanced, many people that are unbalanced, aging in a bad way, aging in, a way that's not too pretty, going down the wrong path, that's someone that needs to realize that, hey, I need to take accountability for my health, and these people got to do it on their own, because I'm saying from experience, I've tried to pitch this wisdom to my family time and time after again. And it's like the more I evolve, the more I'm like, wow, I'm wasting my time and energy. They don't even care. It just goes in one ear and out the other ear. They think I'm crazy. They think I'm insane. They think there's something wrong with me. They want me on medication, So like whenever you're in those moments around those people, those family members, you know, let go. Do your own thing. You know the truth. You know what I'm saying? You know what truly works. You've seen it within your transformation. I've seen it within my transformation. I know this works. So like for anybody that doubts it, family, friends, strangers, society, whatever, who cares about their opinion? Live a life free of other people's judgment and opinions. That's what I'm doing. And judgment of ourself. I don't judge myself for being who I am, because I know I am a marvelous creation and we are awesome. Authentic Squad. So thank you for watching. Don't worry about aging, in a horrendous way, in a terrible way, like in a rotten way, just realize that you can age in reverse, or you can either age like a beautiful diamond and glow like a sparkly pearl, or you can age like a rotten piece of meat that's been abandoned and chewed on by insects and animals, and the dead carcasses there and all this disease and blood. You can rot like that and age like that, over time. Just be let sit out in the sun or in the rain, something like that. You can age those two different ways. I'm choosing to age like a diamond, not like a piece of rotten meat. Be mindful of this. Your choices today is what dictates your future. We create our reality. Our present day actions is what develops our future. What you focus on grows. What you put into your body must come out and will regenerate into your body. You'll create those new cells. So if you're consuming death, pain, torture, slaughtered, blood, sacrifice, evil, wicked, death, cancer, mucus, that's what's going to come out. You're going to develop all this mucus in your body when you're eating all this meat and fish and eggs and dairy. You're going to develop all this mucus in your arteries, in your nose, in your lungs, in your body, in your brain, in your prostate. Your colon's going to be clogged up. You're going to have colon cancer. All these different things. You're going to have Alzheimer's, dementia, because you got mucus over your brain, bronchitis, pneumonia, all types of stuff, all because of the overproduction of mucus, because of what you're eating. It's that simple. Mucus causes all disease. All the diseases is because of mucus. Too much mucus. You're not supposed to have all that mucus. We can live a mucusless diet, a mucusless life. If you want to know about this, you can book a consultation with me. You can DM me on Instagram at Eternal Authenticity, and I can give you all the secrets, an in-depth discussion, one-on-one consultation, video consultation, phone consultation, and we can talk about it. I can let you know what I've done. Like, you hear how deep my voice is. I sound like Barry White, and I'm young, real young. I got all my hair, a lot of hair. I'm young, and I got a deep, clear, nice, beautiful voice. That's how I'm putting value on this talent, this gift that I have. Imagine when I have a nice, expensive microphone besides my headphones. Imagine how amazing that's going to sound. Imagine how powerful and godly that sounds and how it sounds now, even with what I'm doing right now. You know, it's all because I've been doing the work. I've been getting all of the mucus out of my body. You know, after 20 years of me consuming meat, flesh, blood, starch, dairy, eggs, all that stuff for 20 years, and I'm still getting it out. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take a good amount of time to reverse all that. It doesn't just happen overnight. There is no 7-day detox. Yeah, you might lose some weight. That's really just turds that have been sitting inside your belly because you've been stopped up. That's really just feces, poop. These quick detoxes that you're doing, that's great. You know what I'm saying? That you're losing weight, but you got to keep doing the work. You got to go for weeks, months, years, decades to really be at the top, to really become in your optimal health, to really see that vision of that divine indigenous living that we used to live back in the jungles of Africa, So consider that with your aging. You don't have to age in a rotten way. You can age in a beautiful way. That's my message. Absorb this, replay it, listen to it every day. This is the keys, the secrets, the signs that you need to change some stuff in your life. You need to reevaluate all of your decisions. You need to take accountability for your health. You need to put that at the forefront before everything, before all the stuff. You need to love yourself first. How can you love others when you don't love yourself? How can you go to a job and pretend to be happy and sell your soul? Don't do that. You know what I mean? If you focus on love and health and happiness and freedom and peace, then that's what your reality is going to be. That's what I'm doing. I'm always focusing on abundance, happiness, love, freedom, peace, health, evolution. And guess what? That's what I'm living. That's what's coming into my reality. That's what's in my reality. But if you're focused on fear, watching the news, watching the television, watching the game, watching all these commercials, these scary movies, you're consuming fear. You're consuming pain. You're consuming programming. You're consuming demonic entities, energies, and spirits. By drinking alcohol, you're consuming spirits. You know what I'm saying? Getting drunk. Your body is becoming possessed by the alcohol. You're not acting the same anymore. You're out of character. You're making foolish decisions. You're smoking cigarettes. You're polluting your body. Getting all that nicotine, all that tar, all that cancerous resin, that tobacco, all that's clogging up everything. It's getting stuck up in there. You got to get that out if you really want to feel better. Consuming the meats, the starch, the dairy, which all this causes cancer and mucus in the body, disease. We got to let go of that lifestyle, that pattern, of consuming all that toxic stuff. And I will keep preaching the truth because I am a vessel. I am meant to be sharing this truth with the world, with the universe. I've saved myself. I can help others too. You have to save your own self. It's up to you, Authentic Squad, to listen. It's up to you, Authentic Squad, to share these videos. It's up to you, Authentic Squad, to subscribe, to like my videos, to stay connected, to book a consultation, to support, to buy sea moss from us, to buy cold pressed juices or meal prep from us. It's all up to you. We have the secrets, we have the knowledge, the wisdom, we have the work. You know what I'm saying? We are work in progress. We're not perfect, but we have come a long ways, and we have a lot of information and a lot of beneficial energy for society, for the world. We're creating our own new world, a better world, of love, happiness, abundance, health, wealth, all of that. So that's what it is. You know what I mean? You can age like a beautiful diamond, or you can age like a rotten piece of meat over the years. The choice is yours. Make the decision. Choose alkaline, vegan, plant-based foods. At least start out being vegetarian. Start out being vegan. Then you'll want to become raw food. Fruitarian or alkaline. Alkaline is the most optimal way to live. That's what we learned from Dr. Sebi's son. That's how we were eating out in the jungles of Africa. There were no drive-through fast food restaurants. There were no restaurants. There were no 7-Eleven, gas station, convenience stores, corner stores. There was none of that. There were no chips, hot Cheetos, popcorn, you know what I'm saying? Laffy Taffy, Snickers. There was none of that. Lay's chips. There's none of that stuff back then. So you got to think, how were my ancestors living? We are the ultimate technology, so you got to realize that we have everything we need inside of us. We're more powerful than a computer or a phone. We can do things that these devices can't. So we got to remember who we truly are, our true power, So yeah, y'all have a good day. Age wisely, age beautifully. It's Eternal Authenticity, broadcasting live. Peace.